Hello, hello. Welcome, guys. Thank you guys so much for joining. Please share this video and invite friends, family, just invite somebody to come and watch. Um, and then I'm gonna start. I'm just gonna give a few minutes as people join in. Also, please share it, invite somebody. Like you can inbox somebody, you can like just come and do that. Like and then I'm going to start. I'm still continuing with the book review again. We are doing chapter 4 today. We're on chapter 4 of the book, Who Am I and Why Am I Here? It's a book from Sunday Adelaja. It's a really book that you need to read. It's on Amazon. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Kindle. You can, for people in Africa, you can get it on Okada, and you can also read it for free in Kindle if you're subscribed to Kindle. So there are a lot of books that you can read for free if you subscribe to Kindle. So, okay, as I'm gonna continue, the book again is "Who Am I and Why Am I Here" by Sunday Adelaja, and today we're doing chapter 4 of the book. If you've missed my previous video, I I encourage you that you go on my timeline. I also have a YouTube, and I'm gonna post it right now on the bottom. You can go on. There is more videos that I do, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you can get my daily broadcast videos. You can also do that. You can also do that. So yeah, subscribe to my YouTube channel too, because the same time that I'm doing this, I'm also doing my YouTube channel at the same time. So you can subscribe to it and you can watch other previous videos that I've done. So let's get into the message today. Why are you why are you here? Like what are you doing basically? I think I kind of like what are you doing here on planet Earth? Like, why did God create you, and why are you existing? So this is what I'm talking about today. The o- the the only responsibility for your life and for your life to be happy, you that is your only responsibility. Like a lot of people want their life to be happy. I want to be happy. I want a happy life, and we have been seeking we have been looking in the wrong places how we can become happy in life. Okay, happiness, life happiness is impossible without finding the answer to this question: why am I here? Like, if you don't know why you're here, you will never be happy because you will be looking in the wrong places to become happy. You will never find happiness because you don't even know your reason why you're existing in the first place. Once you find out why you're existing, that is how your happiness comes. But because you don't know, and we have been searching in all the wrong places, we want to be happy. Some people might think getting married is going to make them happy. Some people think having a children is going to make them happy. But that is not the number one reason why you're existing. What am I doing here? You need to answer that question. What are you doing here? This question of it is a question of purpose of your living and why you are living here. It's a life destiny that when you're able to answer this question, why am I here? What am I doing here on planet Earth? You were born with a mission. You were born with a purpose on planet Earth. You're not just here to just live whatever life you want to live. You you have to find that mission and that purpose, and you need to complete it. You need to complete your goal. You need to fulfill your destiny before you die. It is very important to have a talk to your soul, basically soul search. Talk to your soul and asking this question: why am I here? What am I doing with my life? You are not here. You are not just like a piece of meat born like an animal, right? Like you are born with a purpose of planting trees. That is why you're born. You are not here to just get married and have kids, because a lot of people think that. A lot of people are going with this understanding like, hey, as a woman, I'm just here to have children, get married, and that's it. That is not what you're here. Even animals, they can produce kids. They can even produce more kids than human beings. Animals can do that. And you are so much different from an animal. You are not an animal. Like, God created us with a purpose. God created us with a mission, and we are supposed to accomplish it. We are not supposed to be living like animals, just producing children, and that's it. You are here for a reason. Your mission does not consist of your appearances, because a lot of people think that the mission here on earth is for them, how they appear. Oh, how does my body look? Do I look fat? Do I look skinny? How do I look? What about my clothes? I'm here like designer this, designer that. If you don't wear designer, you don't exist. Like a lot of people, oh, what about my car? Oh, my car needs to be top class. Oh, my house needs to be top class. That is not the reason why God created you. Because a lot of people think that that is the reason why God created them, so that they can just boast, like, look at my car that I'm driving. Wow, look at my wife. Oh, look at my body. I look so good. I look so this. I have so much money in my bank account and all that kind of stuff. But that is not the main purpose why God created you. You need to find the answer why you are here. What are you doing with your life? Some people say, I go to work. Yeah, you go to work. Is that actually what God created you to do? Whatever job you're doing right now. The most essential thing is to identify your mission, your purpose for coming to this world, and to complete it and to achieve it, that goal that God created you for. Do not depreciate the creation of God, because you are the image and you are the likeness of God. The God that created you, He creates, He invents, He does things. So if you are the image and likeness of God, you have the same capability to do exactly what God did on earth, what Jesus Christ did while He was here on earth, because He was the Son of God and He came on earth and He was living on earth for 33 years. And guess what? He did a lot of things. We too have to do exactly that, because He have shown us how we are supposed to live our life. Jesus Christ knows His purpose. He knows why He was existing, and He didn't stop at that. Even though He has so much distraction, people come to distract Him from His purpose, why He was created. He always will tell him, get away, don't be a distraction. He knows what it was. Like, even though He was surrounded by people, they didn't like Him, they hate Him, but still He was focused. We need to focus on that mission that God created us for. Don't be distracted by the world, because the world is full of a lot of distraction today. And it will distract you from that purpose that you were born for. It is important to have a family, don't get me wrong. It is necessary for you to have a family, to have children, yes, because we need to reproduce, right? But that is not only the reproduction that God was talking about when He said we are supposed to have dominion and reproduce. That is not it. We are supposed to make ourselves more. Like, when you have a skills, when you have a talent, and you have been perfect in your gift. Now you have to reproduce yourself. That gift that you have, you need to reproduce that gift that you have. Because a lot of people today, they have the gift, they hide it from people. Oh, I don't want people to know my secret. I don't want people to know what I do. I'm just going to keep it. And guess what? When you die, that gift is gone. It does not exist. Nobody can trace you that you exist here on earth. There is nothing. Hey, you say, well, my children, people can know that I have children. Well, guess what? What happened to your children after your children is gone? anybody's going to have trace of you that you did exist here on earth, you need to leave a legacy. It's not how much money is in your bank account, because a lot of people, well, I have a lot of money in the bank account. Like right now, I gave an example about Steve Jobs, right? Like he have lived legacy, like generation and generation and generation to come will still remember him, even though he does not exist anymore. But the world will know him. The world will talk about him because he did Apple products, and it's worth three trillion dollars. Even though he doesn't exist, people still talk about him. It is the same thing about Nelson Mandela. He's dead and gone, but people still talk about him. People still make reference. Are people going to make reference about your life when you're dead, when you're gone? Is there anything that can trace you, say, wow, you did something, and people are going to be grateful for you? That is why you are existing. You need to find that answer. What are you doing? Why are you here? Like I said, it's important to have family. It is important to have kids. However, it is more essential to develop and discover and realize your personality, your why you are existing. Being a human being, why are you here? You need to identify your purpose of living. Is more important than creating family and having children. So let's say you have children and you devote your whole life with your children, right? What happened when they grow up? What are you going to do with your life? Oh, now your children are old enough. Now they have their own family. What do you do with your own life? You like people after the children go up, they don't even know how to exist anymore because their whole life was dependent on the children. And then once their children is old enough and they move out of the house, they don't know what to do. They're frustrated. They're depressed. They can't function anymore because they think that their purpose of living was just to raise children and have children. So what are you going to do when your children grow up and leave your house if you are not aware of your goal of living here on earth? A lot of mothers find it difficult to let go of their children. They have difficulty. They are still yet grown up men, grown up women, still living with their parents. They cannot have independence. They don't want to, they don't know how to live their life. They depend on their mom, they depend on their dad, they depend on their parents. They cannot function, they cannot do anything. Like I understand that sometimes things happen to individual, like maybe you went out, you were living by yourself, and maybe something happened financially, you have to come home. Okay, that's okay, but you come home, but you need to also do something so that you can get out, that you're not going to be dependent on your mom for the rest of your life. There are a lot of dependency that a lot of parents create, that the children cannot live independently. Don't be a mom like that. Teach your children why they exist, why they need to discover themselves. And also the parents need to discover themselves. When you are aware of your purpose for your life, you will not be able to recover from being abandoned by your wife or your husband. Because a lot of women today, they're in these categories because they don't know, because a lot of women think that their existence here on earth is just to get married and live for their husband and have children and serve their children. That is their only goal here on earth. That is what a lot of people, they misinterpret God. Said, well, God wanted me to have a husband. Well, yeah, and I'll have children. So they dedicate their whole life to their husband and to their children. And then sometimes when the marriage broke up, like maybe the man decided to say, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore, I move on. Or the wife decided, I don't want to be in this relationship. And hey, guess what? People got into depression, people commit suicide because they didn't answer this question. Why? What am I doing here on planet Earth? When you don't discover the answer, why, what you're doing here, why you're existing here, guess what? When your husband leave you, or when your wife leave you, when your children leave you, you get into this depression. You cannot live anymore. Your world just crumble right in front of you. But when you know why you're existing, those things can happen. You can still function. You can still do your stuff. You can still live because you have a reason. You have a purpose of living. So, good. Yeah. Hello, sis. Hello, Ola. Um. So, as I was saying, so it's good to have good family, but sometimes we trap ourselves into this family, and and we are not living to our potential, to our high potential, because we are so oh, it's all about family, it's all about getting married, it's all about children, and then we are trapped into this, and then now we cannot live to our highest potential. We cannot fulfill our life because then we are being distracted by the husband or by the wife or by the children, and you are not living the life that God intended for you. So a lot of people live for the sake of their parents. Some people say, I live for my parent. My parents suffer for me, and I have to live for my parent. No, you're not supposed to live for your parent. You're supposed to be living for God. That is why God created you. Yes, you can care for. I'm not saying don't care for your mom, don't care for your parents. That is not what I'm saying. But when you you are living just because of your parents, then you have misunderstand the purpose why God created you, why you're existing here. Oh, I just live for my children. I want, yeah, you're supposed to give your children best education, best life, and everything. But that is the only reason why you're living, you have missed the interpretation of God. So when a lot of people depend on the husband, or the husband depend on the wife, and the children depend on the parents, guess what? The strength and the energy just drive into that. You just use all your strength and energy. You just invested it in that. And then once that is cut off from you, the energy just suck out of you. It's like, why am I living? What's the purpose of my living? You see a lot of people commit suicide today. It's because they have not answered this question. Why are they living? What are they doing here on planet Earth? Because they've not answered it. They don't know why they are living. So when the relationship is over with your husband or your children or your wife, when that is over, the strength for life is gone, and there is no more energy to live for. We need to know that the source of life energy comes from our creator and our maker only. That is where you're supposed to get your life. Every day you need to renew yourself with God. Spend yourself in the presence of God. Because when you spend more time in the presence of God, God revealed things to you. He start opening things to you. Your eyes started opening to things that you're actually doing, that you're supposed to be doing here on earth. It's only in the presence of God that God reveals something. You can't be far away from God and you expect God to reveal how you are supposed to live your life. Like I always say, before you were born, before I was born, God have already planned your life out. Your life have been already planned by God, laid out, that this is how you are supposed to live your life. And our responsibility is for us to go to God and ask God, God, what am I supposed to be doing? Reveal to me, decode my, what am I supposed to be living? Because we all have our blueprint, believe it or not. I have a blueprint, you have a blueprint, and we all supposed to live according to the blueprint that God have already designed for us. Like a lot of people today are in poverty, but God, you are supposed to become a billionaire, maybe the next Bill Gates, maybe the next Steve Jobs, maybe you are the next Oprah Winfrey, maybe you are the next Mandela. But because you are not spending the time and discover the reason why you're here, you are still living in poverty because of that. But when you spend the time in the presence of God and God reveal yourself, God started revealing you, said, this is the next goal. This is what you're supposed to do next. And it will direct your path because there are certain principles that God gave us that we are supposed to follow and we are supposed to be governed by. And when you don't follow those principles, when you don't follow those rules, guess what? Whatever consequences that happen to your life, it's on you. It's not on God. It's on you because your responsibility here is for you to go to God, having that personal relationship with Him and discovering yourself. Because you cannot discover yourself when you are far away from the presence of God. When you don't have any relationship with God, you will never know. And you will live your life and you die and you go, you die, and then judgment day comes, and then uh God starts playing a video how you were actually supposed to live your life. You're gonna beat yourself and you're gonna be like, God, why didn't I? Well, God said, why? That's why I gave you the Bible. I gave you a lot of people that were telling you, but you didn't listen, because a lot of people don't listen. They think that they know it all. And I'm just going to live my life whatever way I want. No, God did not create you just to live your life whatever way you want it. You are born with so much potential. You are born with so many things that you have no idea about. Everything that you need to exist, to become famous, to become rich, to become whatever, it's inside of you. But a lot of people don't. They think that they are looking in the wrong places for it. That is why a lot of people are still in poverty, because they are looking. Everybody is waiting for somebody to do something while the government is not doing anything. The government need to provide more job. Well, you can do something. You cannot but just depend on the government. You can't just depend on other people. You are supposed to actually do something. That is why God gave you your five senses. It gave you your brain. It gives you the ability to think, to process, to criticize, it gave you all of that. And you are not doing anything about it and you blame it. Nobody wants to take responsibility for their life. They always look somebody else to blame about what is happening to their life. Don't blame anybody. You are responsible for your life. Nobody else is responsible for your life but yourself. So the source of your life energy comes from your creator, your maker who made you. Like he made you. So you're supposed to go back to him and say, God, you made me. Okay, what am I supposed to be doing here exactly? Can you tell me what I'm exactly supposed to be doing here? And he will tell you. When you know your mission and your life goal, you will avoid the trap that is being set by the enemy, by the devil. You will avoid it because you know your goal, you know your mission. Say, hey, I'm here to bring cure to malaria. I'm here to bring cure to all the abuses that the women are facing. I'm here to redeem the men, to teach the men how to become man, how to grow up children, boys, to become a proper man, how to raise up children to become a proper woman that they are supposed to be, that God created them to be. That is what we are supposed to bring it answers. We are the answers to the world, each and every one of us. You have an answer inside of you, deep, deep inside of you, and you need to get it out. You need to get it out. and nobody is gonna get it out yourself. So this is for my fellow women that are watching me or gonna watch this video. Fellow women, please do not marry until you find your true the truth of your being here, your mission. You have identified yourself before you get married. If you have not identified yourself and you get married, then you're going to be trapped in there, and then you're going to be living a life that you are not supposed to be living. Don't Do not be afraid of living without a family, because a lot of my and they'll start telling you, oh, you're passing age, you're not having children. Oh, you're passing. Hey, God gave children. God is the one that's responsible. If let's say God never planned it in your life to get married or have children, and you all your purpose, I must marry, I must have children. You see a lot of people today, they lose your life because God have never intended them to live that kind of life, and they wanted to do it by force. I must do it, I must do it, I must do it, and then they end up losing their life. And the other thing too, a lot of people today, they are living Africa, say, I must go to America, I must go to Europe, I must go somewhere, I must go. Maybe God never intended you to even leave Africa. You are supposed to stay there. The people that God wants to leave Africa, they will leave, no problem, no headache at all. And here you are, I must leave, I must go find greener pastures. People don't realize that the grass is greener on the other side, just like the other side. When you are standing from here and you're looking on the other side, it's like, wow, look at that grass over there. It's really good. Look at it, it's green, it's really good. But then when you get on the other side and you look where you come from, and you're going to see that, hey, the grass is actually greener where I was. We are supposed to be creating. We are supposed to be bringing solution. That is what we are actually supposed to be doing. But we are not doing it. We want somebody else to do something, and you are doing absolutely nothing. And you just everybody do something. You do this. You do this. What are you doing? You need to be finding the answer yourself while you are here. So don't be afraid, women, to live without a family. Don't be afraid of living an empty or meaningless life. Don't be afraid, because a lot of people are afraid. Oh, wow, I must have a husband. I must have a husband. I must have a children. And then this is why a lot of women are trapped and are being abused. They have been maltreated by a lot of pastors today, are taking advantage of women, because we have it in our head that we must have a husband and we must have a children, without discovering our true potential, why we are actually existing here. And so a lot of pastors are abusing women. Oh, they'll sleep with you. They think that, oh, you want a fruit of the womb? Okay, you have to sleep with me. Oh, you want to have a fruit of the womb? You have to do this. You want a fruit of the womb? You have to do. Oh, you want married? Oh, you have to do this, this, and this, and this. Is that what God said in the Bible? That you are supposed to do those things in order for you to have fruit of the womb? The women in the Bible, when they wanted a child, what did they do? Did they end up sleeping with pastors, or did they end up doing all the things that women do today? No, they went on their knees and they prayed, God, if it's your will for me to have a child, let your will be done. If it's not your will, okay, I'll move on. I'll do something. If it's your will for me to have a husband, let your will be done. If it's not your will, guess what? I must still live my life. I must still be happy. But a lot of women are not happy because they are all, I must have a husband. So what does it mean to know one's life mission? What does it mean? To have a mission is to find your own gift. If the things that you were created for, the things that inspire you the most, the things that fond you of doing, like you're fond of doing, the things that you can do better than other people. That is your mission here. What can you do better than other people? What skills can you do better than other people? What do you have fun doing? Not fun partying, because some people will say, oh, I like partying, I like watching TV. That's not what I'm talking about. Like job, actual thing that you love to do, that you will never get sick of. You do it over and over and over. No, don't tell me that, oh, I love to play video games all the time. No, that is not what I'm saying. If you are actually creating video games, or you're creating something, okay, that's good if you're fun doing it. But don't just playing it and enjoying yourself, and burning time and wasting time, because that time that you're wasting, you will never ever ever get it back. So you need another mission. That you're here, you need to realize that your gift does not belong merely to you. Your gift doesn't belong to you. You need to know that whatever gift that you have does not belong to you. You are called to serve people. You are you and the humanity with your talent. You are here to serve with your talent. Whatever you're good at, you are supposed to serve with it. You are supposed to give people, render your service, because not the other way around. Because a lot of today, in a lot of churches today, the pastors, the members are the one actually serving the pastors. Is not the pastor serving the member. And it's supposed to be like the pastor serving the member, catering to the member, bringing the needs of the member, showing the members how to follow God, how to have a personal relationship with God. But you think, is that what happening in churches today? No, they are not doing that. They are doing other things. It's for their own gain. Today, pastors don't do anything for the gain of God and what God is doing through them. They are doing it for their own gain. Oh, how much money am I going to have? How much, when am I going to buy my next private jet? When am I going to buy my next BMW? When am I going to my Range Rover, whatever, like Lincoln Navigator? You know the names of all the car. When am I going to get my next one? They're not saying, how can I actually make these people realize the potential, their gifts that God gave them? No, how can I scam the next member so I can have some money in my bank account, so I can buy my next designer clothes, and so I can look fine? So everything is meant for something in your life. Everything God created. Our ignorance of the meaning of existence of one or another creation does not mean that you are meaningless. A lack of knowledge about your life mission does not abolish the mission itself. Because your lack of what you're supposed to, that doesn't mean it's abolished, that it's gone. No. Every creation exists with a definite purpose. You are here for a definite purpose. Take part in one's being the biggest plan. No matter how insufficient it seems to be, there are no organ inside of your body that does not serve a vital purpose. There is nothing. Everything in your organ, everything in your body serves a purpose. Your eyes serve a purpose. Your ears serve a purpose. Your mouth serves a purpose. Your head serve a purpose. Your hands serve a purpose. Your feet serve a purpose. Everything has a purpose here on earth. So if everything on your body serves a purpose, why do you think that you existed for nothing? That you cannot serve a purpose? You cannot actually do anything with your life. If everything, even the birds, serve a purpose here on earth. It serves a purpose. Everything, the dirt serves a purpose. Everything that God created serves a purpose. So you have more quality. You have more ability to do more. Like even like the grass reproduce itself on its own. Like it does something. So why can't you, human being, that God puts more quality and more thing in you, and you just don't do anything at all with your life? Don't you think that you have more value to God than the birds? And God provide for them. Don't you think that God will meet your needs? things happen in it, like all everything. Every plant and animal is meant to maintain the natural balance. Any disturbance of this balance has an impact on everything. You can be used by someone for their aim when you are not aware of your true being. That is what pastors are doing today. Ignorance of one life mission lead to one life being used inappropriately. Because a lot of women today, they don't even know their value and they're becoming prostitutes because they don't know their potential. They don't know why they are existing. So they think that, wow, I don't have anything to do, so I'll go sell my body. If you are not aware of your destiny, you are likely to become used by someone in accordance with his purpose and work for that person who is planning his own goal. So a lot of people will use you because you are not aware of why you're existing. So they're going to take advantage of you so that they can fulfill their own their own goal or their own potential. You can be a small element in corporation system serving your boss and you're serving life and you are retired unsatisfied with your own life living it. Because a lot of people were, I just can't wait to retire. And then you retire and then what do you do now? Just sit at home, sleep all day, watch TV all day, go to the store, shop all the money that you work. Like that is not a life to live. Like in the book here, it gave an example about a refrigerator. Okay, so the refrigerator in the story that was given in this book, like the refrigerator stopped working, like it was broken, it stopped working, nobody wanted to fix it. So guess what? The guy decided that was kind of like smart idea, but this is actually what happened to our life. So the refrigerator was meant like to put things, to cool things, to preserve your things and stuff. So the guy was not using the refrigerator. Guess what? He was putting canned food into the refrigerator. This is what happens to our life. When you don't know your purpose while you're living, a lot of people will use you the wrong way. Each of us has our destiny and target, but when we ignore it, we are used for purpose other than what we were actually intended to. So I'm going to end here. And I'm going to finish this chapter tomorrow. And I will also do the question at the end of the book. So you can ask yourself this question and you can find answer to this question. And it's never too late that you cannot get your life together. You cannot get your act together. It's never, ever too late. Because now you realize it. Now you have to do something about it. It's going to make you work harder. It's going to make you work triple. But guess what? You can still do it. You can still live your life that God intended you to live. You can still play catch up and realize it and live the actual life that God wants you to live. It's better that you live some of it than not live it at all. And then you're going to regret. You can spend the rest of your life, oh, wow, I'm 60 years old. What can I do? There is a lot of things that you can do. And I can recommend a book if you're in this category actually, and you're 60 years old, you're 70 years old. It's like, well, what can I do? Guess what? There is a book that I would recommend, How to Regain Your Lost Years. How to Regain Your Lost Years is a really, really good book that you can read, and it will help you step by step what you need to do in order for you to regain those lost years that you've lost. And there's also another book, I don't know the name. It's like it's something related to self fulfillment. Like how can you self fulfillment? I'll find the actual topic. It's also by Sunday Adelaja. So this book, How to Regain Your Lost Years, is by Sunday Adelaja, and it's on Amazon that you can get it. And if you have a Kindle account, you can read it for free of charge. And you'll be able to regain your lost years really fast because there are a step that it takes you through step how you can regain your lost years if you think that, oh, I'm out. I've lost my years. I cannot do anything. So I just give up. I'm just going to wait to die. You will ever regret if you ever make the decision that you're just going to die and you're going to face whatever God wants to. That is, you don't want to be in that situation. You can do something. Do something now that you realize yourself. Do something, act now, and you'll be grateful. You need to leave a legacy. You need to leave something here on earth that can prove that you did exist in this world. That people can people can be grateful for you. Say, wow, I'm thankful for this person, because you can serve other people, because by you serving other people, by you making other people live a better life, guess what? You are doing something. So I'm going to end here. Please, please, again, please, 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 I'm begging, please, somebody needs this message today. Somebody needs to hear this today. Do a kindly favor by please click on the share button, share it. You can message somebody, you can inbox people with us that actually need it, because the world needed today. Because a lot of people don't even know why they're existing, and they're looking in the wrong places to create happiness for themselves. So please share this message, and I will be back tomorrow and finish this chapter, and I will do the question at the end. And please, if you've missed the previous video, go on my YouTube channel or go on my Facebook page and find the video. And because there are questions that you need to ask yourself and that you need to answer in order for you to discover yourself. So I encourage you to please go answer those questions, and guarantee if you did it, really, guess what? There is no way that you cannot reach your full potential on earth. Okay, so thank you again, guys, and have a wonderful day, and God bless you guys. And I will be back tomorrow, same time here. Stay blessed and peace.